everybody. Mike Fifer with Fifer Hobby Supply. I was prompted to think about doing a little video here by my own stupidity, number one, and then the fact that somebody had to tell me how to do it correctly is a little bit embarrassing. But today we're going to go into something that seems relatively simple. Basically putting these Kato Gunderson Maxi-1 double stack cars on the track. I was having trouble with them derailing and so forth, and I found out after a little bit of discussion with another member of the club that I was doing it incorrectly, and I had never read the directions on the back of the box, as most of us don't. So I'm going to give you the correct procedure for it today to avoid having derailments and problems with these cars and make it a little bit easier. So let's get on to it. Okay, as you all can see here, I've taken them out of the box. These have had a little bit of weathering done to them already. But the first thing that you need to know, if you don't already know, is that the cars are lettered A, B, C, D, and E for all 5 units. The A unit goes on one end. The B unit, and they're pretty easy to spot, they have the brake wheels on them, but the A unit goes on one end, the B unit goes on the other end. Oddly enough, the D unit goes in the middle, and the E unit can actually, they say it goes on this end, but it can go on either end. And the C unit, goes this way. Which seems relatively simple until you realize that these have to be tilted up and dropped in place to actually fit in. And it's because of a small tab on the end of the car. On the older cars, the tab that's on there used to break off occasionally. Kato has modified that now. That part can be replaced, so you don't see so many of them broken and not usable anymore. I'm going to take a couple of stills of this and we'll move on. Okay, this is our truck here. You'll notice that on this side it has a flat side where the pin goes in, and on the other side there's like a little recess there. The long pins go in the side with the flat, the cars with the short pins, or the sides with the short pins, go in the side that has the little notch in it. So basically what we do is we set this down, and if I was putting these two particular cars together, I tilt it up at about maybe a 20-degree angle. I stick the pin down into the hole and just let the car just tilt down, and that way it gets anchored in there. Now this happens to be the A car, and I'm hooking it to the C car. This one has a short pin, and it's going in the one with the small slot. And I tilt there again. I tilt it up just a little bit and lay it down in there. Now, on the back of the box, it says that you can put this car, you can rail this end car on the track and set it on here and just click it down. And as you can see, it will go in. When the cars are relatively new, sometimes you have to push on them a little bit and they kind of click in place, as it says in the instructions. But I prefer tilting it up, not putting any stress on any parts, and just kind of dropping it down. And you would just repeat this process through the train. Let's go ahead and put all 5 of the cars together here, and I'll kind of show you as I go. Okay, guys, this is the D car. This would be the center car. It has long pins on both ends, which means that on both the trucks on each end of this car, the notched side of the truck is facing away on each side. So this car needs to go on first, which makes the assembly of all of this much easier. So we're going to put the center car on first, and then I happen to have the E car, and as you can see, it has a short pin, and as I said before, I'm going to tilt it up somewhat and just lay it down into place. Run it forward to my re-railer. I'm going to back it up because I'm going to put the C-car on now, which also has a short pin. Remember, short pin into the slot. Tilt it up just slightly, run the pin into the little slot, lay it down. Okay. Now I'm going to take my A car, which is an end car, and we're going to repeat this all over. It's got a small, it already has the truck mounted on the long pin side of the car. So now I'm going to take the short pin of the A unit, set it down in, run it up onto the re-railer, and back we go. Going to repeat this for the opposite end, which is the B car. It also has a short pin. The pin on the C or the E car that we've already put on has the truck has the notch sticking away. The long pin is in the other side of the truck. I tilt it up slightly, click the pin down in there. There's little pins on those tabs that stick out. They go into a little slot there. Run this onto the re-railer. If you don't have a re-railer, you can do this by hand. And there you go. It's all in place. And I guarantee, or almost guarantee, that if you put this this car together in this fashion, and you have the correct pins in the correct slots on the trucks, you will not have any derailment problems. However, if you should turn one of these cars around, if I should remove this car right here, and if I was to take this truck off with the long pin and the flat, and this truck was turned around this way, which will fit the long pin into the side where the short, excuse me, I dropped it. Anyway, if you put the long pin where the short pin goes, as you can see, the truck falls off, number one. And number two, you can see that that won't go all the way down in. The pin that needs to go down in the slot there won't go. However, if you miss that slot and you put this thing on the track, or if it happens to even go in, which it may, and you put this thing on the track and try running it like this, you will definitely have derailments. So like I said, I'm just stressing over again, the long pin goes in the side that does not have the notch, and you tilt the car up, drop it down in, and the truck pretty much stays in place that way. But the important part is just remember that the short pins go in the ones with the notch, the trucks with the notch in the top of them. Tilted it up, putting my A car back on. And there we have it. I hope this helps some of you guys. Like I say, I was able to get it together with the long pins in the wrong place and had nothing but derailment problems. And I'm kind of hoping that guys haven't gotten rid of sets or something because they didn't bother looking at the Kato instructions, or be like me and fortunate enough to have somebody around that actually had read the directions and knew what to tell me. So I hope this will help you guys out, and that's about it for this portion. Well, everybody, kind of a simple video, but I hope it helped you not make a mistake that I made and think that I was not going to be able to keep these things on the track because I was too dumb to read the instructions. But anyways, I hope this helps. And as you can see, it makes a pretty good looking car. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks for watching.